nobody's going to hop on, then I'm just going to get this going. We're going to start today with some breath work, a little bit of meditation, because apparently that's what's needed right now. So whenever you watch this, whoever comes on, go ahead and just close down the eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, then just take the gaze in front of you and down so that you're not necessarily taking in information. You're just kind of present in front of you. So just bring the energy into the body and just relax anything that you might be tensing. So just do a quick body scan from the crown of the head, relax any muscles, forehead, release any tension, mouth, jaw, relax the cheeks and your face. Coming down to your shoulders, and let's just roll those shoulders up, back and down the spine. And just relax the heart space, sending it love. And release and relax the muscles down your back and your core. And calming the energy down to your pelvis and hips. Down through the legs, relax the muscles in your hamstrings and quadriceps. Relax the muscles around your knees. Release any tension in your shins or your calves and your calves. And just relax your ankles, the soles of your feet and your toes. And then just take a big, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose again. And try to constrict the back of your throat a little bit so that you're making this wave-like sound. Again, slow, big inhale. And slow, long exhale out through the nose. One more breath in. Hold. And exhale through the nose. Controlling your breath in. Filling up to the top. Exhale, control the breath out slowly. One more breath in. Hold. And this time, open mouth, side out. This one more time. Inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. This time, lion's breath. Open mouth, tongue out, let it go. And go ahead, just roll the neck around, roll the head around. And shake out the body. All right, friends. I can't see if anybody is still here. If you are, great. If you're not, that's okay too. But we're going to pull some cards and let's see what the energy is for the collective right now. If you're still here, just go ahead and wave. If you want your card read, just put that in the comments and I will happily pull a card for you. Thank you for being here with me. What is a message that needs to be received? Ooh, hello. Hello card. The swan. The swan popped out. Show it to both cameras. The way that I like to do these readings is to read the card and the book, and then if I feel anything or hear anything, I'll share that with you as well. And then if you have questions, obviously put those in the comments. Happy to answer any questions. I'll pick this card up. This one. Is a water sign. Hope everyone's day this Saturday, or whenever you're watching this, is a beautiful day so far, and that you receive the messages that you need to receive when you watch this. And may moments of gratitude sprinkle throughout the day. So we pulled the swan card, and the swan says, effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. When in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, lacking vision. To bring into balance, solo time, writing. Sometimes when people hear the word creative or creativity, they automatically think of roles, whether that's a photographer or someone who works in like social media or an artist of some sort. But really in life, we are all artists, and that can be hard to swallow or to hear and resonate when so much of life we're told to fit in these boxes and to fit in these roles, and that it's either this or that. And I've been saying a lot that this life is not binary, and I'm learning so much more as there are things happening within the world of changing the way that we speak and the way we identify. People who refer to themselves as non-binary, they, them, or he, they. It all varies, and it all just really is a beautiful way to look within and say, like, what resonates with me right now in this moment? Because in this moment, you could identify as one thing, and then a moment later, identify as something else, or years later, identify as something else. And so, allowing for that creativity and to embody that fluidity, that's coming up very strong. And recognizing that life doesn't always have to look so rigid and structured. While structure can be very helpful when creating discipline or creating like time management, focusing your energy on certain things, structure can be really helpful for that. But even the word structure, like for me, I like my astrology, I'm Sagittarius sun. So structure is, and a Capricorn rising. So like structure for Capricorn is really great and helpful. Sagittarius just wants to be free and like, let me be. So there's this like really fine balance for me of creating structure and discipline while also being free, and really forces me to tune into like, how am I feeling and how can I best use my energy right now and what's going to best serve me in this moment. And going back to this thought of creativity, like we are all creative beings. We are all creating something. We are creating the reality around us. We are creating our lives. And so allowing yourself to play with that energy, um, doing things like whether it's journaling or creative writing. I took a creative writing class recently, or it was like this a writing accountability group. And we all just came together and had like 3 prompts of just put your pen to paper and say writing is, and then let it go and see what comes up. And for me, I remember writing is dancing, and letting the pen dance on the paper to create words and a story, to create beauty, to create emotion. And I read somewhere that that's what art is. It's emotion being expressed through different forms, whether that's through theater, acting, song, instruments. Like, it's so many different facets. Um, Even like strategy is creative. Creating strategy, it's again creating strategy for a business. That is still a form of creation. When we are a hairstylist, you're creating a sculpture, a look with the hair that you're cutting or styling. So try to remove the idea of creation or creativity or creating to be stuck within this monochromatic thought of um, I have to be an artist or I have to be a writer in order to create, or in order to be creative. So allow creativity to flow into parts of your life, and to step outside of your comfort zone to be creative. So if you're not someone who normally would draw or paint, try that. Try that. See what happens, and try not to judge yourself in how it turns out. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look a certain way. Like, you're just expressing emotion through a medium, which is what art is. So, allowing yourself to embody creativity and know that you are creative, and allow yourself space to explore your creativity and what that looks like. Creativity for me this morning was to come up with a basketball flow and workout. Like, I started just doing dribbling drills up and down the court and trying to find ways to just flow with the ball. And whether it was like an attack forward or a back step or a stutter step or a reverse, like kind of just allowing my body to move. And it felt very much like a dance. So again, allow for creativity to come up. Try not to confine what creativity is. Creativity is all around us all times. Your thoughts are creating, your energy is creating. So just know that you are a creative being by just being you and having thoughts. So allow the space to explore that creativity, and then um, see what you can create with your mind, whether that's through just feelings and energy and emotion. That law of attraction came up today for a friend of, went after his dreams, and people started to aligning and being in tune with what he was doing. Now he's getting more help in helping bring his dream into reality. And like, when you're having fun and you're following your heart, like, the energy exudes and expands, and then the universe responds to that. So again, creating that energy, creating that from that space. Cool. That feels complete for the swan. Another card. Again, if anybody wants a reading done or wants a card pulled, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, what is the message that needs to be received? card is the tiger. Okay. Tiger. Tiger, lunar force, ease and darkness, feminine energy, which is interesting. Lunar force, I was reminded that the new moon is on Tuesday. I believe it's the 11th. Lunar force, ease and darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, passionate, strong, sensual. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, Tritaka, which is candle gazing. I apologize if it was. So I'm going to read it again because my phone decided to stop recording. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Tiger, lunar force, ease and darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. I gotta look up. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. To fear in the stillness, accept the awakening of your own power. When in balance, passionate, strong, sensual. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, Tritaka. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. Candle gazing. So there are a couple things that are coming up with this. There's nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. Sometimes people hear the word power and they think, ooh, stop bad. I think we have been, some of us may have grown up saying like, or hearing that having power is bad. People abuse their power, or that, like I hear the song, money, power, respect is all you need in life, but that's not necessarily the case. But because of that thought process, it can be disheartening or make us resistant to embodying power or to owning our power. I posted a quote the other day that Marianne Williamson had said that we don't fear the darkness. We don't fear our shadow so much. We actually fear our light and our power. Because we have been conditioned to think that we need to play small or we need to not be powerful, because that can lead to greed or the flip side of, or the dark side, may the force be with you, or the negative connotations of the word power. So allowing yourself to be in stillness. And I have a meditation that I'll upload soon around your energy and your power and extending that out. And to recognize that energy is infinite and you are more than just this body, and your energy extends out beyond the skin, beyond the walls of your body. And so allowing for you to be aware of the energy that you're exuding and the power that you are carrying. And what does that power mean for you? And what do you do with that power? Everybody has an impact in this world, whether we think we do or not. And it's best to know that we do, because when we are aware of the impact that we have, create in this moment. And again, purpose doesn't have to be the same throughout your life. Marie Forleo says you can be multi-purposeful, multi-passionate. Either way, the mission might stay the same, and this is what Preston Smile says. The mission might stay the same. You might have one core mission, but the avenues of how you embody that mission, how you fulfill that mission, can look different throughout your life. I've been coaching since I was 15. On some level, I've been coaching basketball since I was 15, whether that was at camps or like one-on-one or coaching myself. And so my role of coach has transformed since I've been 15, but there is still this purpose of to serve people to their highest self, to support people in the best version of themselves. So again, the mission can be singular, or it can be, you could have multi-missions, but the path and the purpose can take varying shapes. And so the stillness aspect, allowing yourself to be still and to really get to know the voice of your head, like the brain, the mind, and the voice of your intuition, maybe your heart or your gut. That stillness allows you to learn to separate the two. My intuition has been very quiet, and almost there's like a feeling that comes through with it. Whereas my ego, my mind, the brain is very loud, and almost very boisterous of like, that's the point of the ego, is to protect us. And it's very primal in this flight or fight of, this is scary, oh my God, I should either run away or I should curl up in a ball, versus the evolved mind can say, no, we're safe, we're okay. And the intuition can come in of, take a step forward or do this. So that meditation, that sitting in stillness and in silence, allows for you to learn the difference between the two, heart and head, soul and mind, and to really work in harmony between the two. So the other piece that came through that I wanted to share is the concept of sex. People tend to think of sex as a very physical act, and that there's a lot of pleasure that comes with it, or sometimes there's a lot of pain that comes with it, depending on the person and what's happening in their body, past experiences. So this really intimate act is best served, is best supported, is best practiced as in safe spaces, in someone that you trust, and someone that you know and understand their energy. Because in, I want to say it's Tantra, or there was a book I was reading called The Tao of Love. Oh my God, it's Mantak Chia. I need to find these names in these books, but essentially saying that the sexual energy, as it goes through the body, like with your master, I can't know if I can say that on here and not get taken down. So if you are self-pleasuring, the energy is cycling through you, and it's different for obviously guys and women, or if you identify physically as masculine or physically as feminine, or male and female, there is the energy that runs through you through sex. And when you are in partnership or even multiple partners, depending on the situation, that energy is then cycling between the people. And so when you are in intercourse, there is an exchange of energy happening. And so for women in particular, if you are on a receiving end in a, what's the word I'm looking for? So many words. In a heterosexual relationship, if you were on a receiving end as a woman, there is this, it's not just a physical penetration, it's a penetration of energy. And so there's this sharing of happening. So to be aware of the energy that's being exchanged during this practice, and to, on some level, see it as a meditation. Now, there are other practices that I am not an expert in by any means. Obviously, I'm not an expert in this either. I've done a good amount of research and have had many conversations with people in this field, and Tantra and practices like this that can help in partnerships with sex on any form. So there is a lot here that I am feeling myself resistant to speak about because I am not fully equipped to talk about this, but I can share in the comments later of people who are equipped to talk about this on a more researched and studied, and that is their line of work area. So just remember, sex is very sacred. And there is energy that is being exchanged, whether that's any kind of sex. So just be aware of who you're exchanging your energy with. And if that's something that you, and also clearing energy after if it's not a good fit, or we can talk about clearing. I'll put a post or a comment down there too. Clearing energy, detaching cords. Okay, one more card. Mm-hmm. Crocodile. Oops. Okay, crocodile. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserve so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. To bring into balance, rest or Makarasana pose, which is the crocodile pose. So we are in Taurus season. Taurus season is very earthy energy, very much having to do with the body. So last season was Aries. Aries was very much like action, moving forward. And so now this is a time to take rest, kind of take note of what happened when you did take action last astrological season, and to readjust, reevaluate, or evaluate and repurpose, realign. Mercury is also going to be in retrograde soon, and we've got a couple of other planets in retrograde. I believe Pluto is one of them, and Pluto is all about like the dark or the depth of people. You know, it's the farthest planet out, it's the farthest that we can go within us. So things are, it's when it slows down, things are starting to come up from the depths of within us. And so allowing ourselves the rest and the just the time to allow for the cells to recharge, the body to recharge, while also examining like where do you need to shift before the next action moving forward season, which is coming up in the next couple weeks. So I'm recognizing that I'm saying a lot. Yeah, it's giving yourself the grace and the space to rest and not feeling like you have to keep going or keep doing. Again, it's not just lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. It's recognizing the challenges are there, and it's you don't necessarily have to take action on either going around working through them right now. This is like your time to create the plan of attack, or create the plan of how to move forward, how to approach this challenge. The crocodile is much smarter than that. So intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, like really being the observer of what's happening around us, what's happening within us. And then at the same time, while you're observing and resting, you're building that energy to then take the action from what you've learned and creating the plan for. And also it's going back to that concept of stillness and really feeling into our intuition versus our ego and mind, and going back into like owning our power and allowing for that creative space, like this exploration space of where can I play right now? And that's another form of rest, is having fun. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like going out and partying or going out and spending money on something. Like it can be as simple as having a coloring book or just drawing, or just coming back to that sense of exploration and sense of stillness, or a sense of discovery, and really owning the power within you, and reminding that it's the power within you for the highest good of all, for the highest good of yourself in this body, in this life, to evolve. And also know that you are connected to all the beings around you, whether it's planet, earth, insects, it's all interconnected. We are all connected. So yeah, rest, especially if you feel like you're lashing out, get that rest. I started using this app called Newcom. It's been amazing. It's like a float tank experience in your bed or wherever you can find a reclined position, and have felt so much energized after taking a nap with this experience. So I'll put that in the comments as well. All right, my loves, that's what I got for the reading today. Bottom of the deck, Sea Serpent. This is like overall energy kind of vibes, which makes so much sense. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The Sea Serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The Sea Serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. Like it all just comes full circle. I freaking love it. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. When we loosen the grip of self-judgment And we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. It's a reminder to be graceful with yourself. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us, a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. Again, that reconnection back to ourselves, an understanding of our intuition versus our ego, and allowing ourselves to express freely and create from that space of freedom within us. The sea serpent in the second chakra, the subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the Svadhisthana chakra. Located deep within the pelvic bowl, this chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire and is associated with the water element. Svadhisthana translates as in her own abode, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother, or Kundalini herself. And Kundalini, I again, not an expert in this, but it's this activating power from the base of the spine up. It's almost like when your chakras are in alignment. So with this second chakra around the pelvic bowl, creativity, sensuality, sexuality, again, allowing ourselves to be sexual beings in safe spaces and safe containers because an energy is being exchanged. And communication, again, is important here to share your needs and desires, how things feel in these exchanges. And again, not just in sexual practices, but in life in general. So allow space for creativity, allow space for exploration and growth, allow space for exploration and growth in this area of sexuality, sensuality, creativity, wherever this resonates for you. So, and then also find the stillness within to know the difference between ego and heart, ego and intuition. So my phone is about to die, but I love you all very much. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I hope that you receive the messages that you needed to receive. And if you have any questions or need some clarity on something, holler at your girl. I love you. Many blessings.